Now, White Pine County Daily News with Wyatt Cox.
And at 13 minutes past 8 o'clock, KELY News, sponsored by Sahara Motors. Time to get back to the grind after one more trail on the Kawasaki KLX 300R. Check one out today. At Sahara Motors, a brisk morning will lead to a little warmer temperatures this afternoon and sunny skies. Look for the high around 72 degrees. Sheriff's Office reporting a busy Monday. Deputies arrested 64-year-old Jeffrey Rosevear of Ely for DUI, driving on a canceled license, and possession of a dangerous weapon. They also cited a juvenile after a crash on High and 10th Street and are investigating reports of a student making threats of school violence and a fight after school. Other calls included reckless driving, littering, parking violations, and a small tree fire turned over to the BLM. Deputies also noted an active investigation into a driver accused of passing stop school buses. Charlene M. Romero arrested on a 7th Judicial District Court warrant. All persons named innocent until convicted in a court of law. New laws from the 2025 Nevada legislature take effect today. A major focus on consumer protection. AB 29 requires all gas pumps and dispensers to carry clear standardized labeling, a move lawmakers say will improve transparency at the pump and prevent drivers from being misled about the fuel they're purchasing. Other changes include AB 50, creating a database to help track victims of mass casualty incidents, and AB 111, which reclassifies some traffic violations as misdemeanors. AB 121 bans landlords from adding extra online payment fees beyond the portal's cost, and AB 123 makes it illegal to threaten or intimidate candidates for public office. Bureau of Land Management signed off on a new plan to manage wild horses in northeastern Nevada. The decision affects the Antelope and Triple B complexes, nearly 3 million acres of public land. Officials say herds there have grown beyond sustainable levels. The new plan sets appropriate numbers between 427 and 789 horses in the Antelope complex and between 472 and 889 in Triple B. Bristlecone Field Manager Melanie Peterson said the move will protect both the range and health of the wild horse population. A federal judge has disqualified Sigal Chattah, Nevada's acting U.S. attorney, from handling several criminal complaints. Judge David Campbell ruled Chattah was not validly serving in the role, noting her Trump-era appointment expired in July under federal law. Public defenders in 4 cases had challenged her authority, and Campbell agreed, saying only the president, Senate, or Nevada's district judges can fill the vacancy. Chattah now barred from overseeing those prosecutions or supervising attorneys involved. Senator Catherine Cortez Masto broke with most Democrats yesterday, siding with Republicans in a failed bid to avert a federal government shutdown. Cortez Masto joined Pennsylvania's John Fetterman and Maine independent Angus King in backing the GOP measure, but it fell 8 votes short of the 60 votes needed. Cortez Masto said she's focusing on protecting health care for working families and called for a bipartisan solution. Senator Jackie Rosen blamed Donald Trump and congressional Republicans, accusing them of holding the government hostage by refusing to extend health care tax credits. Nevada State Treasurer Zach Conine said the shutdown is top of mind, warning it could cut off critical programs, like temporary assistance for needy families. Conine says his office is prepared to keep services running, blasted what he called governing by crisis, and accused, of course, former Governor President Trump of undermining Nevada. Conine, a Democrat. Conine, running for Attorney General, defended current AG Attorney Ford's lawsuit against the federal government, saying they pushed back on overreach. He touted 2 bond rating increases, $1 billion in investment returns for the state, and vows to create a Department of Workers' Rights if elected. Las Vegas will pause today to remember the lives lost in the Route 91 Harvest Festival shooting 8 years ago. A sunrise remembrance began this morning at 7:30 at the Clark County Government Center Amphitheater, featuring Governor Lombardo, Sheriff Kevin Mayhill, Commissioner Tick Segerbloom, and Jeff Poole, the father of one of the 58 victims. Beginning at 10:05, the Community Healing Garden will host a ceremony with the reading of victims' names, tolling of a bell, and candlelight tributes. All the events being streamed on our news partner KLAS 8 News Now's digital platforms. Meanwhile, funding for raising the Forever One October 1 Memorial in Las Vegas far behind their goal. Only $4 million raised of the $40 million target. Organizers in Clark County remain committed to a 2027 opening. The memorial will feature a 58-foot tower of light, a remembrance wall, and reflection face for the original festival grounds. Groundbreaking planned for the middle of next year. Moose are no longer just passing through Elko County. They're here to stay. And we're not talking about Bullwinkle. The Nevada Department of Wildlife reports the state's moose population has grown to 107, up from just 8 back in 2003. Sighting is common around Wild Horse Reservoir, the Bruneau and Oahe Rivers, and the Jarbidge Mountains. Cows and calves proving the animals are breeding successfully. Endow says survival rates are high. Twin calves are becoming more common. Nevada held its first ever moose hunt in 2024 to help manage the growing population and collect data. 8:20, that's Check Morning News from the state of Nevada for Sahara Motors.
You see lots of commercials on television telling you to drive a little and save a lot. Dealers wanting you to drive to Salt Lake, Elko, Reno, and even Las Vegas. But ask them one question. What happens if there's a problem? Do you have to drive 3, 4, or even 6 hours to get service? Here at Sahara Motors in Ely, we service everything we sell right here in White Pine County. Shop here first, get our best deal, and you get that best deal by telling Shauna that Wyatt sent you by. Then if you want, shop other places. When you account for the drive, you'll find that it pays you to be a part of the Sahara Motors family. Stop by Sahara Motors, just about a mile north of Ely on US 93. Sahara Motors, we are White Pine proud.
Tell Shauna Wyatt sent you by.